Good morning. Welcome to Morning Practice with Olivia. My name's Olivia. I'm delighted to have you here today with me on Tuesday, May 7th. It's been quite a series of morning practices, and today is our last practice in the series. It's been so much fun, and I've really enjoyed this, and I will probably bring it back when I am next called to offer morning practice again. But there's a wealth of videos online to take advantage of as we go forward. So and pretty much use your intuition to connect to a practice and dive in and see what's there. There's always going to be some meditation, some breath work, and some movement. Sometimes there's less movement and sometimes there's more. So today is the new moon, and it happens, exactly at 8:22 p.m. tonight. That's Pacific Standard Time, so you can work out for your particular place in the world what time the new moon is from 8:22 in California in the evening. And this is a beautiful time to set intention. We have all been, and as I have been discussing at length this year, we have all been undergoing a process of destabilization in one form or another. And I imagine if my experience, and I'm not even talking about, astrologically, but my actual daily life experience is anything to go by, I am experiencing a massive destabilization, and I am observing in my community and in close connection other people going through not the thing I'm going through, but similar level of deep foundational destabilization. So it's an opportunity. And especially with this new moon, it's an opportunity to set intention around how we handle the situation that we're in. And there's definitely an element of surrendering here, surrendering and trusting. What's happening to you, what's happening to me, is part of our path, part of what we're here to learn. And resisting it or fighting it might actually sort of increase the intensity of the destabilization. Accepting it on a certain level and surrendering to it is a way of expanding around it, however difficult that might feel, because it implies trust. We have to trust the situation that we're in. We have to trust what we're undergoing, however rocky and difficult it may be, however insurmountable. It is part of us, it is part of our soul to meet this moment. So, how do we bring our authentic self to meet the intensity of destabilization? We connect to our heart, we connect to our inner knowing. We can go within, be internal. And we cultivate just as we cultivate a deeper relationship with our inner knowing, with our heart knowing, the capacity to feel less anxiety and more ease, the capacity to trust and to feel compassion for the situation that we find ourselves in, allows us to be more compassionate with others, allows us to see that we might not see the whole picture always, and refrain, therefore, from judgment. I really invite you to set intention today how you want to present yourself as we navigate through this next lunar cycle, engaging with all of the energies that we have been dancing with since the beginning of the year, trusting, surrendering, and in that surrendering, finding space for pleasure, finding space for play, finding space for joy, finding the ability to be in our best vibrational self, our best frequency as we meet the waves coming to our shore. So let's go into our meditation this morning. Let's really connect to our hearts, and we'll feel that internal space, our internal light, and just really bringing some great awareness there. So allowing yourself to find a comfortable seat. Um, my legs are already a little bit asleep, so I have to. So if you need to do any movement before we come to stillness, find that movement now. It might be just a little bit of stretching or rearranging of the legs. Any little tweaks, anything. And then you're going to find yourself sitting in support, in a supported way. And that might be on a block, it might be on a bolster, it might be in a chair. And allow yourself to feel the length of your spine here as your eyes come to close. And you're inviting your focus, inviting your awareness, inviting your consciousness to settle internally. And notice the body, notice how it feels to be seated in this moment. Notice what parts of the body are responding or not responding. And if you are distracted by the noise in the mind, if you are distracted by any external noise, just imagine you're turning the volume down on any thoughts, any drama, anything that wants to pull you away from this internal focus. And really let your awareness settle internally, feeling the breath breathing you, noticing how naturally you inhale and exhale, feeling the seat in contact with the ground, feeling the length of the spine, maybe pointing the chin a little bit towards the chest, so the back of the neck grows longer. And feeling that upward energy, moving upward through the spine, moving upward through the crown as your seat is rooted deep into the earth. Taking a moment to appreciate the light emanating from your crown like a lotus flower, blossoming and opening to the sky above. And as you're ready, you can bring your hands to a position of reverence, either both palms holding each other over the heart space, or prayer position, Anjali Mudra, or simply letting them rest where they are comfortable. And feeling that beautiful sensation between your amazing heart, the energy of the hands and the heart interwoven in a beautiful magnetic resonance. May you feel the pulsation of the blood through the palms, interacting with the very sweet beating of the heart beneath the palms. And sort of being in awe at that relationship. And noticing just that sense of wonder at the feeling of your own life force, your own energy moving through the heart, moving through the hands, moving through your body. This life force that animates us. And feeling, excuse me, feeling your own deep knowing inside the heart. As if you could bring the light of awareness to meet the light inside your heart, the Jyoti, and feeling how your awareness expands and encourages that light inside your heart to grow, filling you, illuminating you. Light from your heart slowly working its way, shining through your internal space. Allow yourself to notice the quality, the texture of this internal light. How does that feel to you? Fill your whole body with your beautiful internal light. And allow that light to spill beyond the perimeter of your skin, the perimeter of your extremity, into the auric field. We are a spectrum of dazzling luminescence, jewel-like kaleidoscopic light surrounding us, shifting, changing, but always brilliant, always shining. That light emanating from the center of your being, your heart, feeling your heart light illuminating your entire energetic field with such sweetness, such expansion. And the heart light fills the space you're in, goes beyond the space, the room, the building, spilling out into the street, spilling out into the fields. Your heart light, your heart love, able to travel infinite distance in quantum leaps. And if there is a dedication, an offering you would like to make today with the light of your heart, a person, place, a situation in the world that could benefit from the generosity and sweetness of your practice, you can bring them to mind. And I invite you to make that person, place, situation your own very being. What does connecting to your heart offer your own being? Breathing into the feeling of illumination and expansion. Feeling the beauty of the hands holding the heart and the heart holding the hands. We'll take a few moments together in silence. As you begin to let the breath deepen, feeling it moving through the heart center, expanding the heart, contracting the heart. Keeping your eyes closed or very softly focused. Bring some more awareness to that breath as we inhale and exhale. Let the inhale fill you, let the exhale release slowly. And we'll inhale to Om together. And as you Om, let your voice embody the quality of the light around you, emanating from the center of your being. Inhaling. You can allow your hands to slowly drop. How does your heart feel after you connect, after you hold that space? This is something you can access at any moment, at any time, connecting to the feeling of your heart. Let's do some breathing here together as we gently come into our morning practice after meditation. So we'll just do a nice, even 4-count inhale, 4-count hold, 4-count exhale, 4-count hold. And if holding for 4 counts feels challenging, just adjust the timing to suit you. So inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. Continue to take 3 more rounds on your own, allowing yourself to really experience your own breath, the quality of the inhale, quality of the exhale. Be curious about the spaces between, how the breath breathes the body. Are you still in connection to your heart? Do you feel the breath in the heart? And as we bring this conscious breath work to the heart space, expanding around any contraction, expanding and surrendering to the present moment, to this moment now. You may feel called to internally say, I surrender and trust what is happening to me. I surrender and trust what is happening to me. I surrender and trust what is happening. Breathing deeply in. Make our way over to the mat, and you may want to have some blocks for practice this morning, because I'd love us to start in a supported heart opener. So 2 blocks like this are needed for the way I'm going to set it up. If you don't have blocks, you're going to take blankets and make a roll with your blanket, like a thick burrito, sort of about 1.5 feet long or 2 feet long, however you can roll your blanket. If you don't have blankets, take a bolster or a cushion along the length of the spine, but I'll demonstrate as we go over to the mat. So let's make our way to the mat with the blocks on this beautiful May morning in 2024. So just to connect more deeply into the heart space, really, that's why I would like us to start with the heart opener. I'm going to set my blocks up like this. 1 block is on a taller setting, and 1 block is on a medium setting. The base of this block is going to go right along the line of the base of the shoulder blades, and the block will be between the shoulder blades, and then you'll adjust the other block for the under the head. You want them both to be sturdy and firm. So take a moment to find the correct position for you. You can see that the head block just needed to come in a little bit. And then as you're ready here, let the shoulders fall on either side of the block. Keeping your consciousness and awareness with the heart space as you allow yourself to just melt into the blocks, feeling the support from behind the heart holding you up. Allowing yourself to really let gravity take the body. Surrender the weight of the body to gravity and just melt like melted chocolate onto your blocks. Keeping awareness with the breath, keeping awareness with the heart space, noticing any sensation as it comes up. You may notice as we spend more time on the support that the body starts to relax deeper and develops a sense of trust in releasing and surrendering to gravity, because the body understands it's being supported. When we understand fundamentally in our conscious and subconscious that we will be supported, that we are supported, we can surrender and trust to the situations we find ourselves in. Knowing, yes, we must dance gracefully with whatever is being presented to us. But it is here to help us learn, to help us grow, to help us find our voices, find our hearts. We can trust there is wisdom and love and purpose in all things. It is up to us to take back our authority and agency in how we navigate ourselves. You always have the choice to surrender with grace. Noticing the breath, noticing the heart space. We're going to slowly roll off our support. So begin just by gently rolling the head to one side and let the arm just come out as you roll. And then you may bring one knee up and just using the arm that's rolling out to support the head as it comes off the blocks. And then you'll just find yourself in a fetal position on one side. And take a moment just to hold yourself here, feeling what it is to surrender, to let go, almost as if you could fall asleep. But don't worry, I won't have us fall asleep. Though if you want to, you're more than welcome to. And then slowly we will push up to a seat. We'll take a block underneath the sit bones and sit on our block. I elegantly get on the block. And then reaching our arms overhead, hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to heart. Offering love and gratitude for this body, this incredible instrument of consciousness, this physical vessel that gets to experience the deliciousness of what it is to be embodied. All the things, what it is to feel energy running through our bodies when we are active, when we are resting, what it is to feel the incredibleness of what our body can do, what our body experiences. It is a gift, an honor, and a privilege, and we are very grateful. We'll inhale our arms overhead, hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to heart, offering gratitude for each and every sentient being in this great cosmic mystery, every single being on this planet, all life, everywhere. Every single being is an aspect of the coherent oneness of all that is. Every single being is essential and has brilliant gifts, brilliant creativity, brilliant beingness. And you offer gratitude and love for all beings everywhere. And inhaling, our arms come overhead, hands come to prayer, prayer comes to heart, offering gratitude and love for this incredible, this beautiful planet Earth. May we always adore, revere, respect, love her for her majesty, for her incredible generosity and wisdom, for her beauty, her infinite variety, place, space, quality. Such a gift and honor and privilege to inhabit this planet. Feel the love and gratitude in your heart for this earth. And then we'll let our hands just fall to the mat on either side. On an inhale, we'll reach up and just twist to the left. Left hand will come behind you. Right hand to the knee. Just point the chin down. Feeling the length of the spine here. Keeping awareness as we inhale our arms up and go to the other side of the heart space. What are you bringing into intention today? What are you surrendering to today? How do you want your actions, your thoughts, your words to construct the fabric of your being as we move into this new cycle? What change, what transformation can you bring? We'll put our left hand down, right arm comes overhead. Just feeling the side body, and then we'll come back and do the other side. And then we'll move away from the block. And we'll come to a puppy dog pose, which is just keeping the hips over the knees, reaching the forehead down, and letting the heart space just sink towards the mat. You can press into your fingertips here. It's really just keeping awareness with that heart space. Using gravity to let the body, the heart space deepen, expand. And then pressing into your hands, you're just going to come forward onto your belly. And we'll come to a sphinx, so pressing our elbows under our shoulders and feeling the hips pressing into the mat as you lift the heart space through the shoulders, through the upper arms, gazing out in front of you, letting the tail, letting the hips just really melt here. And then we'll bring our hands back down, pressing our hands either side of our hips, and then pressing into the hips, lifting the feet, the head, the shoulders, and the hands, just engaging. And then let that go. Hands will be under the shoulders. You're going to curl back to a downward dog, but take it slowly. Maybe come to a tabletop here, and then curl the knees up and just walk your downward dog out, just in one leg and the other. Feeling how more movement begins to activate through the heart space. You may still feel the imprint of the support from behind the heart. Just allowing the tail to reach up here. Noticing everything. And then we'll just press the left heel down, lift the right leg up, and bring the right foot between the hands, bringing the left knee down, and allowing yourself to just sink into that hip for a moment, experiencing the stretch in the front hip, and then pressing into the right foot. We'll lift the hands up to a low lunge. reaching towards the ceiling, feeling the openness across the heart space as you lift the heart towards the sky. And then framing the front foot with your hands, you can adjust your back knee. I'll just sneak back to a little half split. Inhaling, reaching the heart space through the shoulders, pointing the heart space forward. And then exhaling, curling over that front leg. And then we'll rebend into that knee and press back to our downward dog. And we'll lift the left leg and bring the left foot forward between the hand, bring the right knee down. And again, just allow yourself to stretch the front of that hip as you sink into the hips using gravity. As you're ready, you'll press into the foot, pressing into the leg, and reach the arms up to the sky, lifting the chest. Feeling yourself pressing into the earth as you reach towards the stars. Feeling the expansion of the heart space. Really keeping your consciousness with the heart space as your hands come down to frame that foot, adjusting knee, lengthening the front leg, and lifting the heart space through the shoulder girdle, pointing it in front of you, and inhaling here, and we'll exhale, folding over the leg. And then rebending into that knee, we'll come up onto the toes and bring the back leg forward, allowing the body to just drape here on the thighs. You may move your hips, you may move your head. And then inhaling, we'll reach the crown of the head forward. Exhaling into the fold. And inhaling, we'll come up to stand, pressing our hands to prayer above us. And we'll come out to a 5-pointed star. We'll come into a warrior 2 towards the left, bending into the left knee. Right foot is parallel to the right side of the mat. Left foot is bent, or left knee is bent 90 degrees. Imagine my hands on your ribs, turning you towards the long side of the mat. And just gazing over that right arm. And we'll reach our our left arm forward and come up into a reverse warrior. Really feeling the stretch along the left side body here, and then allowing the hand to just drop behind the head. You'll take that right hand to the left elbow and just stretch it. If you want to take the bind, clasping the hands behind the back, that can feel good. And again, you'll feel that clasp right where the support was, where we did our heart opener, supported heart opener. And just notice how it feels to have your hands holding that external heart space from behind. And even if you're not taking the clasp, maybe let's all unclasp our hands and just place our fingers there and notice the contact between our hands in the back of the heart. We'll come back to our warrior 2 and straighten that front leg, and then change sides to the other side. Coming into warrior 2, bending into the right knee. Left foot is parallel to the left edge of the mat. Just feeling the warrior 2 for a moment again. The hips are turned, the ribs are turning towards the long side of the mat. The hips might slightly be pointing diagonally, and that's completely fine. We want to turn our ribs towards the long side and really extend those arms, bending into that right knee. And then we'll reach forward into our reverse warrior and just take a moment here initially to feel the length of this stretch. And then again, let's bring the left hand to the right elbow as we, ooh, I just slipped. It's a slippy yoga mat, not a sticky yoga mat. And again, I know that I can't take the clasp on this side, so I am just gonna hold my hands on the back of the heart space and just notice that and how it connects to the supported heart opener we just did earlier. We feel the back of our heart and we hold the back of our heart in a conscious way, a supported way. We'll release, straightening into both legs. Let's parallel our feet, clasping the hands at the base of the spine, reaching the heart up, and then allowing the heart to lead us forward into a forward fold, and then down to the ground. You may want to press your hands underneath your shoulders, really feeling the legs stretch at the back. Once you're in the forward fold, allow yourself to engage the vocal cords. Anything that might feel good to tone or sigh. Noticing how the vibration of the throat, the vibration of the voice can be comforting and expansive to the body. It can help the body relax. And we'll press into our hands, reaching the crown of the head forward, and just heel toe the feet in towards the center, and then come into your yoga squat. Again, if you don't want to sit on a squat, you can sit on a block or just sit on the mat, but you're in the squat, allowing yourself to feel the length of your tailbone here. Keeping that consciousness in your heart space, what it is to press the elbows into the knees and widen as if you could bring the heart just above the hands here. Allowing yourself to experience your own heart. And trust and surrender. Surrender and trust. Trust and surrender. Surrender and trust. And we'll come down to the mat, bringing our legs wide out to a straddle. Reaching the arms to a T, we'll face to the left leg and reach out over the right, letting the hand just fall and bringing the left arm up and over. Feeling that side body stretch. Keeping a sense of the heart opening towards the stars, opening towards the sky. To our star, the sun. We'll reach back up. Still facing that left leg. We're going to take the right hand and the outside of the left foot, pressing into the left hand. Turn our body towards the leg as we fold. Noticing the sense of space around the heart as we're in this position, how it's different from the last position. And then reaching up. We'll face the right leg and reach towards the left with the left hand coming, falling, and the right arm reaching up and over. Just a lovely sense of length along the right side. Feeling the heart lifting towards the sky, towards the stars, towards our star, the sun. And bringing yourself back up and continuing to face the right leg. We'll take the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Coming into the fold, you can use the right hand to press into the ground and turn the body towards the right as we fold over that right leg. And then lifting back up. And we'll come into a forward fold here. So you may want to put a blanket, the corner of a blanket under your hips to give your hips support. As the bowl of your pelvis moves forward, you may want to have a block underneath your head. Like this. Just allowing the body to completely relax as you come into your forward fold. Keeping some sense of presence in the legs, in the feet. Activate your feet, activate your legs, and let the heart space melt. The forehead should be supported with either a block or a pillow or a bolster, something you can rest into. And as you let the body just surrender to gravity and trust, the heart space can melt and expand and open. Imagine it to have the very quality of melting chocolate. Smooth, rich, expanding. Expanding as we surrender, expanding as we trust. And you may imagine a beautiful vortex of clear water. This beautiful running vortex of water pouring through your third eye deep into the earth below you. Carrying any unnecessary thought, any unnecessary anxiety, just rinsing it out of the mind and carrying it deep into the earth. As if the inner consciousness was being washed in the purest water. And all that is washing away is being drained deep, deep into the earth. And allow that sense of release and letting go of any extraneous and unnecessary mental activity to deepen your surrender, deepen your melting, deepen the heart space, connecting to the sense of release and expansion. And we'll slowly press back up, very slowly, be very gentle. You may want to keep the eyes closed. We're just going to come round to be on our backs. So bringing the legs round after having been in that straddle forward fold. Coming on to the backs and bringing the knees into the chest, just holding them there. And then letting the knees fall to the left as you extend your right arm. You may look out over the right arm. Bringing the knees in. We'll just take that to the other side. How does your heart space feel? You've really kept your consciousness there for the better part of this last hour. Do you feel a greater sense of presence, a greater sense of awareness? Just notice what your heart space is telling you, how it's feeling. And then you're going to extend one leg, extend the other leg. Let both palms face up and just let yourself melt into the ground, into the resting posture, into Shavasana. Any gripping, any tension, melting, surrendering, trusting, gravity. Let yourself be pulled deep into the earth. Let yourself be taken. Surrender and trust. Letting the breath fill you, letting the breath deepen. And creating a sense of awareness throughout the body as you begin to orient your energy towards movement. Finding some movement in the fingers, finding some movement in the toes. And slowly making your way to one side, to a fetal position, and just connecting again to that feeling of deep rest, that deep softness and expansion around the heart space. And when you're ready, you're slowly going to make your way to a seat, keeping the eyes soft or closed. And let us all take our heart space in our hands, feeling the beauty and power of your incredible heart, feeling the heart consciousness in you, and bringing that heart consciousness towards any intention you choose to set today. in this new energy, in this new cycle of what you want to bring into being in your highest, best possible energetic expression of yourself and of your heart. And we'll inhale to Om together. Please stay in the heart space. Act from, speak from, think from the heart space, this beautiful center of your being. And set such wonderful intention for yourself today as we begin this new cycle together. It's been such a pleasure offering morning practice. I look forward to series 2 already, but it'll be nice to turn my practice in a more personal direction in my next cycle. And I look forward to sharing that with you and more about that when I return. But many blessings to you. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Each one of you, divine teacher, divine being, divine beauty. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon.